Hey, welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. We got a few boxing news I want to talk about today, especially with the Don King. But before we get into that, let's turn to welcome back. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Once again, it's Box Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T at the beginning of every show. We like to do a water check. We like to talk about the importance of drinking water. Hey, for you guys looking for that fountain of youth, it's in the water. The two most important times that you should drink water. First thing in the morning before them toes hit the floor, you should get you like 8-ounce glasses of a glass of water. Have it sitting on a nightstand ready for you. And just think of your body as an engine and the water is the lube. Get the engine going. A lot of moving parts going on. The second most important time of the day that you should partake in water is at night. Not while you're sitting in the bed watching your favorite program, but when you close your eyes and ready to fall into your deep sleep. There's a lot of things going on. You're rebooting, recharging, rejuvenating, healing, cleaning out toxin. What else you're doing? You're burning calories. And you burn approximately 900 to 1,000 calories a night. Everybody's different. So that's an important time to drink water as well. But as usual, I'm always at 10 bottles of water, 10 8-ounce bottles of water. That's my, that is what my go-to is at 7:30 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. I'm right at 10 bottles. And man, I've been drinking since after midnight last night. Every time I got up to go to the bathroom, which was a couple of times or several times, I threw back an 8-ounce bottle of water. And your time starts after midnight, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. So I know we're going to get to the Don King, but I'm going to knock this one out the way first. So Eddie Hearn finally admits talking about Loma possibly coming back to fight George Kambosos or something, how it affects Usyk. And he was saying that like it's affecting him, kind of in a negative way. And my answer to that is, of course it does. Heading back to being unsure about AJ and Usyk, because when he came out and said like days ago, and if not yesterday, we could, what's on the horizon is AJ and Usyk in June. Then he come back saying he unsure. Listen, this is crazy talk. Anybody with a microphone, old media, new media, shut this narrative down. This is one area where we all can be in unison. A lot of us content creators, we don't agree with each other. We try to respect each other, but this is one area where we can all be in unison. They over there fighting a war. No boxing promoter, no boxing manager, no, who else? A boxer, in fact. Nobody affiliated with the boxing game has anything relevant to say about that war when talking about these potential fights. All of those guys got their marching orders, which is 18 to 60, to be over there to defend their country. Now, if you're going to let Loma go, of course people are going to start saying, what about Usyk? Because wouldn't the heavyweight championship be just as important, if not more important, than the lightweight championship? They would be both for, I was going to say undisputed. They both would be for those 3 belts. Usyk and AJ would be a rematch, giving AJ a second chance or a second glance at those belts again. And Loma would get a chance to look back at those belts that he lost to Teofimo. But once again, we should shut it down. If I'm a reporter, I'm like, stop talking about that. Stop talking that old nut shit, because that is never going to be the case. None of us can qualify or quantify anything with Ukraine fighters. Now, out of all the fighters, out of all of them, like Victor Poster, Usyk, even the Klitschko's, even though we know they retired, Lomachenko is the only one who you can reasonably question his patriotism. In today's time, I don't know, should we all be mad? Should we look at him funny? Maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. But I know this, if he was to avoid that country and avoid the call, he would definitely be looking funny in these streets. He wouldn't get no peace. So he did the right thing by going back. And like I said, he's saving face. When he went back, he was saving face. And so I say, let him save face, and let's not go there, because it's just idiotic. It's just real idiotic. So that's all I wanted to say. And every time I get a chance to say that, then I'm going to say that. I meant to also say before I start in on the news was, please like and share and subscribe. If you haven't already, hit the like button when you step into the square circle. Lean on that lazy when you step into the easy. Come on, y'all, hit the like and share and subscribe button. The subscribe, if you already subscribe, you don't have to hit it again, but like and share for sure. And on the replay, leave a comment. Let us just know how she's doing. You can agree or disagree. Just let me know. I'll listen. I'm respectful of whatever you got to say. Even if you don't agree with me, I'm still be me, though. Still be me. Because that's all I can be. So, anywho, moving on. Friday night fights are returning to Philly. And it's going to be at the 2300 Arena. People in Philly will probably know what that is or where that is. Those fights are going to be streamed to pay-per-view for $19.99. That's not a bad deal, Philly fighters are very into the boxing game. The Philly as a whole, it's not even the whole state of Pennsylvania, but the Philly fighters, they have I don't want to say a habit, but they seem like they run the gauntlet. Like, they all know each other. They seem like they all have sparred or something, ran into each other. It's like, it's as big as it is, it's a small community. And so they all know each other and all that. And before we, as the United States, get to know them, they probably sparred everybody they could in Philly. But anyway, their fights are coming back to Friday nights. It's going to be streaming on boxing.com. That is spelled BXNG.com. for only $19.99. It's not a bad price to see some good fights, because if you worth your weight in gold in any kind of way, you probably went through their little gauntlet. Most time when we see the fighters that's come out of Philly, they're pretty much up there, as far as competition. That's probably because they have to run through all those folks. Maybe most states or areas or cities should adopt that way too. And that's unique about Philly. It should be interesting. And that's why I think Phillies have great fighters, or great fighters come out of Philly. Now, to the big news that I put the thumbnail up. Y'all saw Don King back in the mix. Don King Productions is back in the mix. They won a purse bid for WBA Heavyweight Championship fight between Trevor Bryan and Daniel Dubois. Now, first when I read this, I was like, what is they talking about? Isn't Usyk the WBA champion? And then wasn't WBA as of recent, like since August, been on a campaign or a mission to get rid of all these unnecessary and extracurricular belts? And I was like, wow, okay. I thought that was the case. And I was wrong. And the only confusing thing is WBA champion. So apparently, this is what I'm thinking. Trevor Bryan is the WBA regular champion, and Usyk must be the WBA super champion. But again, I know it's all confusing. But I'm gonna tell you one thing about Don King. I have never looked at a Don King fight and was bored. I haven't. I might not have even seen all of Don King's fights, but y'all know out there, I've never, you guys neither, probably have never seen a boring Don King fight. That's one good thing about the olden days. The fights that we wanted to see happen, they put them together. The dude is awesome at his job. Now, we know he got controversy, with things going on with different fighters, especially when it comes to pay. Is he bribing them? Is he doing right by them? And, people who are advocates for Don King can explain it very easy and be like, it's really not his fault. But then other folks will be like, nah, Don King kind of shiesty. But he ain't good company. He wouldn't be no different than what we got right now. This fight, or the purse bid actually took place on Zoom, a Zoom call. I think Don King was there. The bid was for $3,116,000. The date is going to be on June 18th. And the possible locations that they was kicking around are places like London, South Florida, and New York. Queensberry also put a bid in for this fight, and they bidded $2,503,000. And they wanted the fight to take place in Derby, England, or London and all that. But they wanted the fight on May 21st. They also agreed to a date of June 18th. But Don King got it, so he back in the mix. Now, the thing that I want to see is how well he put together this card. I want to see the old man back in action. Don King and Bob Arum are in their 90s now. Shout outs to them for still going. Because when you sit down, that's when you're going to go on and get up out of here. So shout outs, as long as they keep moving, keep the brain clicking, hey, more power to them. But Don King got 20 days, and that's what I said, 20 days to submit the deal. So shout outs to Don King, the OG, winning the purse bid. I looked up, I was like, well, how is he going to pay for this? And I understand that the networks will give you a budget, and like most of the money comes from that. I don't think that nobody's really digging in their pockets, coming up with money for these fights, but Don King is worth $150 million. So he good. He real good. But shout out to Don King for winning the purse bid. I think he need to come back in and shake it up. Maybe he got a protege that act just like him. He definitely had a mouthpiece. Well, I'll be looking forward to that fight. Now, that's a fight that I'm going to try to see. Now, I'm saying that now because I'm thinking it's a Don King production. And y'all know I'm on that protest with the PBC. So I got to stand my ground. The PBC get all up in the mix of it. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, anywho, moving on. This was a little nugget I read. I mean, Pacquiao is on deck to lose his bid for the PI president. Ooh, I wonder what happened. Well, all I can say is you can't have everything. You know, God is gonna bless you abundantly at times, but He's not gonna give you everything. Problem with this for Pacquiao is this man don't know how to be nothing else but a winner. And that might bother him. You know what I'm saying? I think he could have rolled off into the sunset if he felt like he did the ultimate, which is became the president of his country. But if he's not going to be the president of his country, do you guys think that he's going to come back and try to, ingratiate himself back into boxing in some kind of way? He does have a stable. Casimiro is in his stable. Magsayo is in his stable. Even one of my favorite fighters, Isaac Cruz, is in his stable. Now, I be watching Isaac Cruz very carefully. Because if Isaac Cruz seems like he's starting to really ride their train, I got to fall back. I'm just saying. I got to really fall back. Because, Isaac is a fighter that I like. I'm not going to say he's a complete fighter. Dude got heart. He's relentless. And he very confident in himself. He don't talk a lot of shit. He let his hands do the talking. And you got to bring your lunch pail when you get in the ring with this dude. But if his head start growing, if he start getting active, he start tripping and talking boxing politics, I'm going to be done. But I am happy that a lot of people look at that fight with Tank Davis and we see it different ways. I thought I wouldn't be mad, like I said the other day, if it was a draw. I wouldn't have been mad. You can possibly even say he might have edged him out. But Tank, put on his boxing skills like 30 seconds into a couple of rounds, like at the end of a couple of rounds. And I think that's what edged him out. But his fight with Tank, look what it's done for his career. Now, I always wondered, I tried to find out, you guys, what was his pay before he fought Tank. And I'm willing to bet that it was under $100,000. He may have gotten $50,000, but I'm thinking more like $20,000, $30,000 tops. But the dude was fighting often, and he was serious about his. And then he gets to fight with Tank, and I think all together, with the guarantee and some of the pay-per-view shares or buys, I think he walked away with like about $600,000. Now, of course, he had to cut in Uncle Sam because he was fighting over here in America, so Uncle Sam got his cut. But that's still a pretty penny from whence he came. Now look at him. I'm going to tell you about what undercard he about to be on in a minute. But he seemed like he's comporting himself well. He's getting the decent fights. I'm a fan. Like I said, it's his to lose. It's his to lose as far as support and being a fan. It's his to lose. But we'll see. In other news, Sky Sport is putting on a lightweight boxing tournament starting April 16th, 2022. Man, that date is a special date. Why? Because that's the date that Errol Spence and Ugas is fighting. And I gotta admit, even though I'm standing 10 toes down in my protest of the PBC, that's one of them PBC cards. That's a PBC pay-per-view card. I'm not buying that fight. If you guys believe, like I believe, or you agree with my reasonings, feel free to join me. If you don't, then do what you do. I'm not mad at you either way. If you're protesting for any other reason, some people out there protesting the PBC, period, because they have been kind of slacking on the fans, putting together some fugazi ass fights. and then trying to charge us pay-per-view. Now, sometimes to teach a person a lesson, you got to make them feel it. If they don't feel it, they're going to keep coming back doing what they do. So that's why I'm not, going to bend over, because you decide now to put on a decent fight. You must have been listening to the fans. You must have been hearing our gripes. You had to be. So we as fans, when we talking and we complaining, we do have some leverage. I see, to a certain extent. But don't let them fool you. You can't let them get off easy. It's just like a little kid that's being bad. The time you punish the kid, now the kid want to get some act right. Do you lift up off the punishment? They only doing it to get the punishment lifted. And they need to learn how to do it whether you there or not. Like my mama used to always say, I want to know that you acting right whether I'm there or not. Whether I tell you to or not. Because it's the right thing to do. So I'm not letting off on the PBC. I don't give a care how many good fights they give us between here and July. You're going to feel this. Because I want you to feel it in such a way that you'll never come back to this way of doing stuff again. But I'm just one person, y'all. It takes a village. It takes a village. So, but getting back to the Sky Sports putting on this lightweight tournament, I like the idea. Now they say it's exclusively on Sky Sport, but the promises are that it's going to be a barn burner. I don't know any of those people. I was going to write down some names. If it was a name that we knew, there are a lot of fighters from over there. I don't know them, but if they get in there and, do what it do, I mean, I'm a boxing fan. I like to watch real boxing go down. As I was telling you guys before, when I watch The Zone may have one big name for their main event. And all this undercards, you might not even know them. But you will be thoroughly impressed or entertained with their undercard. I gotta say. And so far, so good. Now, I missed the Zone fight this week. I had to come back and do a crash course on some of the fights, but I couldn't see the whole card. I ain't had that much time. But at the end of the day, I'm sure it was a barn burner. And like I said, I've never been disappointed with the Zone's undercards. So that's how I'm going to look at it with Sky Sports. They putting on this tournament, and it's for the lightweight division, y'all. The lightweight division. If we get to watching these, I don't know. It says exclusively on Sky Sport, but I'm sure it's going to be a way that we all can see it. I don't know if it's through YouTube, streaming. They're going to have some kind of way that us as boxing fans in America can see it, because they're in the lightweight division. And how I see it is, people like a Devin Haney, this might give you some more competition, some extra people to pull from in your division, because everybody seems like they don't want to fight you. They ducking you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure these guys will be more than ready to get in the fight with you, before you move up. I also had suggested as far back as August that Devin Haney should fight Isaac Cruz. And I know a lot of people probably laughed at that idea, but I think he should. He can't wait around for all these fighters. But I think his play right now, his best play, is to keep, charging forward, trying to get that Kambosos fight. But you gotta wait, and I know they know this. They're gonna probably wait until Kambosos make a move. Because for them to make a move, it's gonna be all the excuse that Kambosos need. So if Kambosos, I want to call him Bozo at this point. Clown Bozo. All he need is an excuse. So he can't sit on them belts for a year. He gonna have to, either shit on the pot or get up. He gonna have to make a decision as who he gonna face next. And I think Devin Haney is probably right to sit there and wait to see what he gonna do. Now I know, or I feel I know, if while he's waiting, some other opponent, the WBC might get a frog up their ass and say, Devin, you know what? I'm ordering you to fight such and such, and you got 15 to 30 days to make it happen. put the deal together, or we going to a purse bid. And if Devin find himself in that predicament, then I'll say go ahead and fight somebody and get it over with. But I guarantee you, if that happens before Kambosos pick a person, that's going to be the excuse he used. He does not want to fight Devin Haney, because I feel like for two reasons. Well, they really should be number ones to me. Two number ones. Number one, number one, because he know he gonna get his ass whooped. Plain and simple. That part. The other number one, he don't want to lose to no black kid, no black young guy. And Devin Haney could have made history. If they'd have fought right away, Devin Haney then could have been one of the youngest unified or undisputed champions ever. But, they denied him of that, all this sucker ass shit. But, we'll see. But this tournament, I like the idea. I really do. Because you're going to have some hungry warriors trying to mix it up. And like I said, I don't think most of us in the U.S. know them. But that may change when we see them get down. It opens up the division for all the non-fighters, so-called top-tier lightweights who won't fight nobody. It's going to open up. It'll give you more of an opportunity or a choice to pick somebody else. Let somebody else reign supreme and bask in the glory of fame, other than these non-fighting, ducking folks that we got in there right now. In the hopes of giving Devin Haney some competition, some new competition. And these people probably haven't sparred Devin. I think that's what Devin tore his draws, going around the country sparring folks. He let the cat out the bag. People saw what they was going to get. And he probably wasn't even going full speed ahead when he was sparring. So, you got the folks scared, Devin. You should maybe should just stay local or just spar a bunch of Mexicans we don't know, like from another country. And I only say Mexican because it's closer. Or go up to Canada and spar folks, but traveling around the U.S., I understand why you did it, but I think in the end it bit you in the ass. But I did say in hearing about this pending tournament that this is something that HBO should look into. HBO need to take notice on this and gather up some American prospects and put them in the tournament and everything, and maybe come on Friday nights. Copy this style. Because I think they said their tournament is going to be 3 rounds, 3 minutes or something, but it's going to be like it's not going to be an all day like a regular fight, because there's so many. There's not a little bit of people. I want to say it's about 10 people at least in this tournament. But I mean, maybe it should be more than three rounds. But I don't know. But something like that, a tournament where you get several chances to make good, kind of like what you will probably do in the Olympics. I think HBO, that's a lane for you guys. But I don't know. From my lips to HBO ears. Anywho, moving on. Triple G is suing Oscar De La Hoya. Can y'all believe that? Triple G is suing them hoes at Golden Boy Promotion for $3 million in damages from his fight in September 2018, his rematch with Canelo. Triple G wants to be paid with interest on $9,025,351. Golden Boy still owed him in January 2021. Initial funds were paid by July 6, 2021. You're talking about a fight from 2018. So don't this sound like the same muckety muck that's going on everywhere in boxing? PBC ain't paying their fighters. Golden Boy ain't paying their fighters. Floyd lowballing his fighters. Like I said, the only person that's left, in a sense, is Eddie Hearn, and I'm gonna say Bob Arum. As much grimy crap that Bob Arum be a part of, he did pay his fighters. Terrence was the highest welterweight to be paid in current years. And that was through Bob Arum. So he did pay him. That's probably why he was complaining a lot. And we're not talking about pay-per-view because you can only speculate on that. We talking about guaranteed purses. So let me go down that list. Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is his fame is too important and too big for him to ever be talked about in the same sentence as being cheap. That should never be the case. Now, I know a lot of people say, hey, it's the fighter's fault. The onus is on them to make sure they get their just reward. But, the onus is on the promoter too. Why not be honorable? Why pay any fighter $7,500? Even if that happened to you, Floyd, you didn't like it when it happened to you. You shouldn't let it happen to somebody else. Especially if you take in consideration what that fighter has done for you and got you, was there for you in a pinch, and or is an older fighter. And I'm talking about, for example, Lonnie B. I know that was old news and all that, but I'm using them as an example as far as paying your fighters. Okay? Then you got Golden Boy and people, I ain't gonna say people, but Triple G. If you ain't gonna believe nobody else, sure, most of boxing is gonna believe Triple G when he's saying Golden Boy ain't paying. 2018, and he finally got the bulk of his money. July of 2021. What kind of mess is that? How do you explain that? When I do a deed, I want my money. Put my money in this hand and anything else in the other hand, and I want to get paid after I do my deed. How hard is that? You do a deed, you get your pay. That's just how it has to be. So I'm not understanding why it take you 3 years to pay somebody? Are you crazy? Because they say initial funds were paid by July 6, 2021. So Triple G was due 45% of all the revenue. That's the gate, the sponsorship, and the pay-per-view, the closed circuit, and international TV rights. This is what the man was due. Originally, the money was due 10 days after the payment from HBO. So that's, HBO had that little time to figure out or get everything accurate as far as the pay-per-view buys. The fight generated 1.1 million pay-per-view buys. That's a good number in the U.S., which means they made about $94 million. And they did about 27 at the gate in tickets. So how is it that you couldn't pay this man? Just with the ticket sales alone, you could have paid him. But for some reason, Golden Boy didn't. These promoters feel like the fighters want to reinvest their bullshit, their money, into their dream. These fighters are fighting for themselves. They're doing their own thing. They invested in their own dream. Why would they want to invest in anything Golden Boy got going on? If they do a solid for Golden Boy, which is to fight, and Golden Boy makes money, whether they break even or lose money or make money, however the case, once you agree to terms, I'm gonna need you to run me my money right then and there. Don't this shit sound eerily familiar? WJ Luckett is in the building, says salute Queen T. Only in America. Oh yeah. WJ, you gonna check out Don King's his fight? They gonna put on June 18th with Trevor Bryan and what's the other guy? Somebody the boy. What was his name? Hold on, let me go back in my notes. That fight is pending. Daniel the boy. The boys. I'm actually gonna watch it because I was just talking about how these people still be not paying now We got Triple G suing Golden Boy for not paying him his ends. And Triple G alleges breach of contract regarding fiduciary duty, the conversion of it all, and the constructive trust, as well as accounting. Don't that sound eerily familiar? Sound like Terrence Crawford. That's why we were saying his suit with Bob Arum was bigger than Nino. It's bigger than Nino. And now Triple G is about to hit Oscar over the head. And it don't have to be like that, because all they have to do is pay them people and then go play with the money you got left. You know, you can't get nothing for free. And guess what else is similar to Terrence Crawford's suit? He wants a jury trial. Boy, did that sound familiar. Triple G wants a jury trial. I'm going to tell y'all, when they ask for jury trials, there's a reason. There's 12 people going to be sucking Oscar's dick. 12 people might not be sucking Bob Arum's dick. They're going to be independently coming to conclusions based on the laws that was presented to them and how they should judge these things. They don't have a horse in the race, so to speak. So they gonna, more than likely, I ain't saying it's always like this, but more than likely it's gonna be fair. Another thing jury trials do, you open up everything. Oscar gotta open them books. Discovery. Everybody should know what discovery is when you're trying to take people to sue them. You get to know about everything, even stuff that ain't got nothing to do with this suit. So that's why a lot of people like an Oscar or a Bob is probably going to want to settle out of court. But see, Bob was talking reckless with Terrence, and he need to get that shame. He need to do that walk of shame. That's why Terrence was like, nope, I want a jury trial. Du Bois is a good fighter. He had a lot of steam behind him until he lost to Joe Joyce. Yes, I remember. Yes, he did. But, you know, WJ, have you ever seen a Don King Promotions fight that was boring? Have you ever known Don King to put together boring cards or whatever? I've never. And I'll admit, I've never seen every Don King fight or card. But I don't remember ever watching anything Don King put together and was boring. Or, you know, made us be feeling like, why the fuck you doing this fight? You know? And even if it was that, if that was the case, it was a no-name fighter that we didn't know, or something boring to that effect, guess what? Don King knew how to sell that joint. Only in America. So I'm going to watch that fight. But I have to be careful. I'm saying that today because right now I only know it to be a Don King Promotions fight. He won a $3 million purse bid. So, and he beat out Queensberry. So I'm thinking it's going to be interesting. Getting back to Triple G, beating the hell out of Oscar De La Hoya and with that paperwork. Like I said, he wants a jury trial. And here's the breakdown. See, after Oscar redid the numbers, he tried to come back at him with some other kind of pay. It wasn't really accurate. But just right now, a couple of things. $450,000 in sponsorship is unanswered for. $177,458 is other funds that are not answered. $31,570,000 additional pay-per-view buys. Expenses incurred, because that was the fight that Canelo popped dirty, and remember they had to postpone it or something. He had to wait like 6 months, and that was his punishment, which wasn't shit. You know, Canelo had no consequences, but when you had to move shit around, some folks incurred a cost. And Triple G and them like, yo, run me my shit. WJ, like I said, never. Don put on some of the best fights, and the man was a hell of a promoter. He sold the fights. He did his damn job. Exactamundo. That's exactly why I'm gonna watch his fights. And you know what else I hope, WJ? I hope he got a good protege under him that's kind of just like shake things up a bit. Because these promoters done lost their damn mind. They done lost their everlasting mind with the bull crap that they be trying to push on us fans. And we got to make them feel it. This is why I'm protesting, WJ. This is why I say I'm protesting to all that's listening. Y'all come on in. I see the number go up and down. Hit the like and share button. Come on in. Just hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Don King ain't gonna take you through the la-di-da. We're gonna give you something that you can talk about and be happy about. And that's what I look forward to. So PBC, I don't know how much Don got on the ticker, but more power to him. I mean, he's in his 90s, just like Bob Arum is. And like I said, if you're still sharper than mine, and you can still move around, more power to these older gentlemen. Is when you sit down, you might go on to glory. But keep it moving and, do what they want to do. Or maybe the OGs need to show these young fellas how it's done. Y'all know I ain't all that into Bob, but, Bob was it back then. And I'm sure Bob put on some hell of a fights too. But he been bullshitting here lately. So they need to tighten up over there, wherever there is, But I'm definitely gonna be watching out for Don King, and I know he knows when you should charge a fight and when you shouldn't. So hold on, let me see. So look, I'm gonna start talking about these schedules that's coming up. So March 26th on Showtime. Remember we were talking about Showtime, or i.e. PBC is putting on some so-called hell of a cards leading up to July 9th this year. And they wanted to boast and brag about it. But what was on these articles didn't show the whole fight. So I went and I just started looking, for a list of the whole fight. But L-Dub has that. To be honest, L-Dub had that on his show. A list of the fights that are coming up. You know what I'm saying? So March 26th at the Armory, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Just by even saying that right there, I don't know about that fight. Because isn't that the same place that Mikhail Fox met his doom with that Fugazi decision and all that cheating going on? And they say this commonplace in the Armory of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Man, you will get these commissions and say, we'll look into it, we'll fix it, we'll do this. And it's stupid. It's, because they never do anything. But anywho, at the Armory on March 26th, Tim Tszyu versus Terrell Gausha in the junior middleweight bout. Under the undercard, Michael Rivera versus Joseph Ordano in a lightweight bout, and Elvis Rodriguez versus Juan Jose Velasco in a junior welterweight, and they got a parentheses 142-pound bout. So Gausha, I've seen him around. I've seen him fight. He's a good little fighter, but it's like he's stuck at a certain level. Every time I see him fight, I don't see nothing that make me say he could elevate himself. I'm not saying he's not doing it, but he just seemed to be always stuck at that same level. I've never seen Tim Tszyu fight, but I keep hearing about this guy. So, I'll watch it. And these fights gonna be on Showtime. So if you got a subscription to Showtime, you're good. You're good. I ain't buying shit, Nick. Remember I told y'all that I'm not buying PBC. And all these bouts that they got coming up, I think is 9 in total. 2 going to be pay-per-view. So which brings us to April 9th, Showtime. And it's going to be in the theater at the Virgin Hotels in Las Vegas. And that's going to be Erickson Lubin versus Sebastian Fundora, the WBC Junior Middleweight Interim title. Now, for me, that's going to be an interesting fight. I don't know about y'all. What y'all think about that one? New media today, USA Boxing is in the house. What's poppin' King? He said, okay, sis, I saw the Look Tim fight before. He's pretty good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never seen him fight. But he's been talked about a lot, so I'm going to give it a cursive look. You know, what you think about Terrell Gasha? I hope I'm saying his name right. Do you see how I see it, or you see it differently? He's a good fighter. He's a good, solid fighter, but he never seems to improve or elevate. You know, so I wonder about that. You know, that would be interesting to see if he's ready to take it to another level. I've seen him several times. But this fight, April 9th, Erickson Lubin and Sebastian Fundora. What do you guys really think about that? The Tower of Inferno. Now, Fundora, big old tall dude, very thin. It's like his weight don't match his height, but God don't make mistakes. That's how I would say it. Erickson Lubin, to me, he is chinny. But he's a great fighter. Just outside of that, I be thinking that's his one flaw. He does, if he gets rocked in the chin, he's going to be hurt. The question is, can Fundora, even though he's always fighting short folks, can he fight down in an effective way against a person who really can fight? Because Erickson Lubin can really fight. You know, trying to get up to his face, I don't know. He might just have to bust up his hips until he falls down and catch him, slipping. Fundora, you'd be surprised. Like the dude will not come off to me like he's like he could be a good fighter, but shit, I mean, he be hitting him. He must be doing something. But like I said, as long as Lubin can keep his head offline and move around real good to confuse Fundora, and he better break down them hips. You better hit him in them hips, make him drop down a peg or two, make him bend down. And when you have the opportunity to connect in that face, you got to do it. Now, this is what I found interesting. Tony Harrison versus Sergio Garcia in a junior middleweight bout. I don't know who Sergio Garcia is. I might have seen him fight. But Tony Harrison, that's going to be interesting. As I say, I'm a fan of pure boxers, and Tony Harrison is a pure boxer. So I like to see pure boxing on display. And because the science of it all. So that's going to be an interesting fight to me. W. Right Side is in the building. He says, salute, Miss T. Salute to you too, King. And New Media said, I think Lubin versus Fundora is a 50-50 fight. Lubin is hungry as hell. Lubin will have to work the body when he's on the inside. Exactamundo. That's what I'm saying, New Media. Exactamundo. He gonna have to settle for that until he get an opportunity. He gotta cut old boy down to size. You gotta make old boy want to lean down. And if he tax that body real good, he might just do it. Sir Aunt Bo is in the building. He says, salute, 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 King. Now, what y'all think about Tony Harrison and this Sergio Garcia? I'm expecting Tony to win. I got Tony. I'll be honest, I've never seen Sergio Garcia fight. But I'm always going to bet on Tony. I'm going to be for Tony. Even though he got a foul mouth. I guess it come with the business. Because Tony can say some shit, can't he? I would never want to be arguing with that man. He said, man, I love Tony Harrison. Indeed, King, indeed. Yeah, Tony, if he said some shit, he'd be like, what did he just say? What did he just say? I expect that press conference to go good. I'm anxious to see that. And then we got Kevin Salgado, excuse me if I mispronounce these names, versus Bryant Perella in a junior middleweight bout. So these is like middleweights all night, which I like it. I like when it start going up in weight and everything. Tony and Lubin is what's bringing me to this card. How about y'all? Hope Sir Ambo said Hope Harrison got his swag back. He looked lost out there last fight. I didn't even catch his last fight. That's crazy. Who he fought last, Sir Ambo? But you know, Tony is a pure boxer. That's what I like about him. He's more of a pure boxer. New media say Tony Harrison didn't look good in his last fight, but I can't bet against Tony Harrison. I like the way he talks shit. He sure do. That's why I say he's very interesting, funny character, and I like his philanthropy. You know, he gives back to his community and everything. So that card is bringing me because one is a middleweight, the other number one is because it's Lubin and Tony Harrison. The other guys I don't know. I mean, I know Fundora too. It'll be interesting to see how Lubin chop him down. So then we move on to April 16th, Showtime. Okay, now that I gotta give Showtime their props. If I wish I had some yay, let me clap. Y'all know I be on PBC's ass, but they showed out on this one. They showed out on the April 16th Showtime pay-per-view card. Of course, that'd be at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. I actually read an article that was dated yesterday that said it was going to be in Las Vegas. I'm not going personally to the fight, so it don't matter to me. But I think people might want to double check on that because maybe it was a misprint. I always thought it was going to be at AT&T Stadium. But like I said, for an article dated yesterday to say Las Vegas, I was like, what? But it's going to be Errol Spence Jr. versus Yordenis Ugas. WBC, WBA, IBF welterweight titles are on the line. And yes, it's a big fight. It's a good fight. But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Y'all already know my reasonings. I'm done with PBC until the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight is made. I can't mess with them. I can't even mess with them. But you know what? I actually added to this card because when you read in the articles, you see a couple of the fights, but you don't know the half of it. So they got the Errol Spence and Ugas fight. If that wasn't good enough, they got Isaac Cruz and Yuriorkis Gamboa. That's gonna be a good fight. I would love to see that. I can't wait to see that fight because even though a sister is not buying the fights, I'm gonna see the fights. Thank you, Birdman. I'm gonna see it. They got Isaac Cruz and Gamboa. That is so interesting to me because you know, for Gamboa, Haney and Tank. Now we gonna see what Isaac gonna do. Now I'm gonna jump out here on the limb and say Isaac Cruz is probably gonna get him up out of there about 3 rounds or less. I'm jumping out on the limb on that one. What y'all think? Sir Antbo said you're blaming PBC. Damn, I'm blaming PBC for what they said. I'm blaming them for what they said. I'm not blaming Earl. I'm blaming PBC. Now I did ask the question: if PBC felt the way they felt, did Earl know how they feel? Because then that would explain a lot of stuff. But I'm not even gonna say Earl knew. I just don't see how he couldn't know. But I'm not even gonna charge him up with that. The man basically let me know in no uncertain terms that no matter from the past, present, or future, they're not trying to see no Terrence Crawford. So at that point, you've been stringing us along. You got me paying for all your fights that shouldn't be pay-per-view, and I'm blindly paying for all that shit. when I could be taking my money doing other things, buying an outfit, buying some shoes, going places, whatever. So that's why Ambo, I'm not buying the PBC. I'm not doing it at all. But I ain't gonna put it on nobody. Y'all hit that like button, please. Y'all go on and hit that like button. But that's my reasoning. If y'all feel the same way that I feel, you are more than welcome to join in on that train and, protest them. Other people got other reasons, though, Sir Ambo, as well, why they're not going to buy PBC fights. Some of them is just the fights that they've been putting together. And they, you pissed off the fans. A lot of it is because, some Bud fans is not going to buy the Errol Spence fight. I'm sure a lot of Errol Spence fans didn't buy a Bud fight. So you got that. And then you got what they said about, what they doing when it comes to that fight, which is fucking ridiculous. That's the fight to be made. Sir Ambo said, who Bud fighting next? Bud is actually going to wait. I'm assuming, because I'm not in his head, but the way it looks, he's going to wait till the winner of Spence and Ugas. He don't need to fight nobody else. He just had a fight. Once that fight is done, I'm hoping that Spence is going to say, run me Bud Crawford. That's providing that Spence wins. That's providing that he wins. ATL is in the building. He said, Queen, what's happening? Oh, what's halana? I don't know what you mean, King. What's going on? Where you been, bro? Get your link in there. But yeah, this April 16 card is thebomb.com. It is. I ain't gonna lie. Showtime, you showed out. Showed up and you showed out. I still ain't getting you, though. I still ain't getting you. Isaac Cruz and Gamboa. Does that mean if Isaac knocks him out in 3 rounds, what that mean for Tank and Haney? What does that mean? Don't it mean something? Y'all tell me. What does it mean? Johnny Gotti is in the building. He says, salute Miss T at Boxing Fans Talk TV. Salute to you too, King. Y'all tell me what that mean if Cruz can get Gamboa out in 1, 2, maybe 3 rounds. What does that mean? Sir Ambo said, if Ugas beat Spence, Bud going to the UK. Why you gonna go to the UK, Sir Ambo? I'm curious. What you mean? To fight Josh Taylor? If Ugas beat Spence, I think Bud is gonna fight Ugas. What you mean? That's good. If he's Spence, I think Bud is gonna fight. Hey, buddy.
What's going on?
What's good? What's good? How you been?
Man, shit, working.
He works hard for the money.
Working hard, but they've been dragging you, boy.
They've been dragging. That's how I be. That's how I be.
They ain't been dragging me though. Nah, I just been working hard,
It's all good because idle minds is devil's workshop, right?
How you been though?
I've been real good. I just came back from VA. I thought about you when I was riding past North Carolina.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said you was going out there.
Yeah, I got to there pretty quick. I don't know. Normally, I can't get through North Carolina. It take like 4 hours. Like I be dragging ass. Like Lord have mercy.
But did you get a chance to watch Dumpster Juice?
Dr. Juice.
Dumpster Juice.
What is that?
Remember I told you Black Card was Dumpster Juice?
Oh yeah. I had a cram. I had to do a crash course when I came home. I couldn't see the whole fight. I'm gonna go and let you go and get your rocks off, squeeze it off. What's wrong?
I was trying to tell everybody he was trash.
He trash, okay. So let me ask you this question. Does everything he say, is it negated because he lost?
Nah, he just always been like, he ain't fought nobody. I watch all the boxing fights, and I done seen him his last 3 fights. He ain't fought nobody.
Man, did you watch my show yesterday? Or did you get a chance to catch it? I went down a whole list of where I think this man went wrong. It was a super long list. He strikes me as a fighter who probably is self-taught and that he learned he can be great. He can be a good fighter. He's somewhat good to good because there are times in the fight I thought he was handling old boy, and even old boy's corner felt a certain kind of way because they talked like they was a little nervous, like, get it together, what you doing? You need to wake up, and this, that, and the other. The biggest problem that Blair has, he talked too much in the ring. He celebrates before it's time to celebrate, and he admires his work.
That nigga got his ass beat.
Yeah, he didn't know how to move his head off the line. I mean, let me go back to this.
You can't talk all that shit and then that happened.
No, you're not supposed to, and I think that everybody that weighed in on it, Spence, Crawford. I think Crawford said, "You talk all that shit.
It ain't even no comeback from that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. So
there's no comeback.
This is the list that I had made up. Blair doesn't move well or clean. His leg work. He don't transition well. Some up in the thigh area just ain't moving good.
I told y'all though. I told everybody he taught the game, but I seen his fights and he
needs to polish his moves, be more strategic. He had no strategy, in my opinion. He just thought he was gonna win. He was way too open. He was admiring his work. He got what it takes. He needs to be streamlined. He pulls back with his head in the air. He squares up. He takes a pick too much, meaning when he ducked and all that, he stayed there too long because the dude got caught his number. Too much hopping and bouncing, unnecessary movement. And,
he talking all that shit. He ran out of gas.
He squared up. Actually, I thought he was pretty conditioned because dude was popping his ass. Anybody else would have sat down. He needs to jab more. He needs to sit down on his punches sometimes. He needs to focus and get a better trainer.
It's too late for all that.
He needs to learn because he in his 30s. He needs
because ain't nobody gonna want to see him. You just talked all that shit. You got beat up. They stopped the fight. You got KO'd. Like, ain't no coming back from that, man. It's 2022.
He needs to learn to hit and not get hit. And
it's 2022. Ain't no comeback for him.
But see, I don't think he's the real like that. I think that
he ain't even probably ranked in the top 20 no more.
You know what he was able to do? I don't think he was up there in the first place. But you know what he was? I would love to interview. I would love, Blair, if you're watching this, I'd love you to come on the show and tell me what's good. The stuff that I said about him was not I wasn't meaning it to be derogatory. Is actually what I saw. I was giving constructive criticism. But
me too.
He needs he needs to be fine-tuned. He just appears like he was self-taught most of his life. That could be the reason why his status is what it is at this age. He seemed like he learned some stuff, and he didn't learn it well enough because all those tricks he had in the bag, which he got some, he can't do them simultaneously. And
what tricks? I ain't seen none.
When you moving laterally, why
you seen some tricks?
Up? Yeah, I mean, he could move. Dude didn't cut out the ring. He could move.
Apparently not too well.
Yeah, dude didn't cut out the ring.
He can't move too well. He got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't go to the decision.
Because he was squaring up. My example I gave was Lara. You know how Lara go 1-2 and then move. You know, Blair was crossing his legs, squaring up, all kinds of stuff when he was trying to do his lateral movements.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened with T. Buddy took his hits for like 3-4 rounds and figured out he ain't got nothing else. And that was it. I watched the whole fight. Even his corner said, he's like, man, he ain't got nothing else. You didn't felt the worst. He tired now.
Buddy
went in on his ass.
Yeah, but Blair just got to fine tune his shit. Do we have a chance? He's 31, I think. Y'all said he was
33.
Oh, 33. Them 2 years mean something. Sir Ambrose
that's why Spence was clowning him like he a 33-year-old prospect.
Sir Ambrose said, chin out, Blair. Damn, look good first. few rounds. He did. Rocha was supposed to do that though. Rocha is
do all that dancing and shit.
Rocha is plain, and he beat him plainly. And I said at the end, it answers the question. Blair cannot fight Spence. He cannot fight Crawford. He cannot even fight Ugas, and he cannot fight Boots. He can fight him.
Nobody gonna want to fight him after that.
Well, yeah, they laughing at him, but let me tell you what he did do.
Who gonna want to fight him? Just honestly, who gonna want to fight him?
I put it like this: he got everybody to watch him. Somebody is.
Yeah, watch him get humiliated.
Yes, but he got people to do that.
Everybody, all the stars watch him get humiliated. So who would be even willing to fight him? Like,
a lot of people gonna be willing. I can see Tank Davis trying to fight him because he is a welterweight. Blair talks enough. Look, Blair did what everybody said they want them to do.
Tank probably got extra abs laughing at him fighting, man.
I mean, but Tank will probably fight him though. What other welterweight Tank will fight?
There's no reasons for nobody to fight him right now. That's what I'm saying.
Sir,
your stocks will go down fighting him right now. I'm sorry. When you talk shit like that, you got to bag it up.
You do.
You got to bag it up, bro.
I ain't debating. I ain't. You know, I'm not against what you're saying, but what I will say,
it's 2022.
Everybody to watch. If you did it once, you can do it again. Sir Ambo said Blair is a great gatekeeper minimum.
The internet don't want to hear that shit. I wasn't even going by the internet before. You know what? I seen his fights. I watched his fights.
Peep game. A person who just starting out, who's coming up, they'll want to fight him. Maceo Golden say, "Hello, my beautiful black queen. What's good, King? What's good?" He said that was a lesson learned. I believe he will be back. And Sir Ambrose said Cobb was done after he got hurt. He tried to hang in. Y'all gotta say the boy had heart. Sir Ambrose said, "I like it."
I'm sorry.
Laugh aloud, entertain.
Nope, he didn't.
He had heart, man. Derek D Young.
I'm
not buying that.
What's good?
What's happening? What's going on, Miss T? What's going on, ATL? How was
what
you
up,
guys?
What up? You hear what Miss T said? You believe that he had heart?
Who that is?
Blair.
Blair Cobb.
Oh man, this nigga's a clown.
He a clown.
I didn't even watch the fight, but when I saw Twitter was going lit, I was like, oh yeah, this nigga got his ass whooped.
Hey, what I tell her though, dumpster juice. That's what he is, dumpster juice. Yeah, I don't watch it.
That nigga did all that talking and got his ass.
He fought nobody's, bro. I watch boxing. I ain't got nothing against him personally, but I seen his fights, bro. You know what I'm
saying? I mean, Miss T, I give it to him. You know, anybody who laced up a pair of gloves, you know what I mean, they got heart. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you can't just talk shit. Now he said all that about Spence, called the man an alcoholic and this, that, and the third. You know, hey, it is what it is. You know, but goddamn, you got to go out there. You gotta show what you working of. How you gonna discredit this man? You get your ass just beat the fuck up. So
the fuck up,
like. So I mean,
I'm asking you guys.
You said you were gonna knock him out, and you got knocked out.
Oh, hold on. Let me ask y'all this: does him losing negate what he said?
I mean, you know, he had valid points on what he was saying. You know what I mean? I feel that it was valid, but you can't talk shit about saying you're gonna beat this guy, you want to beat this guy. Well, you know, you got to show us. This was your test to go out here and show us what you capable of, and you just looked at it like shit water.
I don't think you can have valid points about the past. You know, Errol Spence is a totally changed person. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you know what he said. I mean, you know, it definitely has some truth to it. But that, nonetheless, you can't talk shit and not
about nobody. You know, he's trying to step on another man's toes.
There you go. There you go. You can't talk shit and not back it up.
You know well, I agree with that part. It was his opportunity to get out there and shine. But listen, he did.
He worried about everybody else but his opportunity.
He did accomplish the assignment, though, because he had all eyes on him. And he did not a way to get all eyes on him. If he did it once, he could do it again.
That hurt him. That hurt him more than anything. That didn't help him. That hurt him. I promise you.
I'm telling you, he get a publicist
Who go promote him after that? After promotion, he went ham. He went ham during his promotion.
But
and look what happened.
Yeah, know why people
can't nobody believe him.
Put him on the ticket is because he a good stepping stone. That's why they gonna do it.
Put him on a goddamn podcast. He'd be a good host of some shit.
And I mean, at this age, with the nigga is 30.
He can host a show. He can sit up there with Sean Porter or some shit.
I mean, yeah, he'll have a career in acting or doing commercials.
Yeah, he could do it. He could act real good. I give him that.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I never really saw Buddy fight before this.
I give his ass a Grammy in acting. He like The Rock. He can goddamn make a movie.
Yeah.
I saw somebody say, now we know what Boost was laughing at.
But yeah, he definitely.
It wasn't even surprising to me. That's the crazy part.
I mean, it's not saying it was surprising, but it's just, you didn't draw all this attention to yourself. You didn't told everybody to tune in. You're gonna knock out Roka and this, that, and the third.
I knew it.
Everybody tuned in, and your ass was number 2 trending on Twitter.
I told all y'all on Miss T show that, as far as boxing, he's dumpster juice. Not trash.
ATL, nobody could argue that, man. I mean, nobody even said this nigga was a top 10 a top 15 welterweight.
I could talk shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody look at me too, goddamn. I call Canelo out some shit. You know what I'm saying? I talk shit, but going and get my ass whooped. But you know what I'm saying?
What your man say? How you talking, but you didn't watch the fight? That was a good fight for Roka. I mean, ain't nobody said nothing about the fight wasn't good, fam. With this.
Yeah. That was, I mean, I think what they're saying, in the end of the day, the man, a lot of people are mad at him for what he said. Y'all know I love Bud 10 toes down. I'm not even mad at him for what he said about Bud. I feel like he said something about people in his division. If you're going to talk about somebody in your division, especially in some kind of derogatory way, please pick somebody that's in your division, not like Chris Colbert said.
Win your fight.
Wilder. Yeah,
there you go.
That's
there you go.
But like if Blair was coming in there just talking about everybody in the heavyweight or whatever, he'll be looking at him like, dude, I know you crazy. But he talked about people in his division. He sold himself, he branded himself.
It don't matter. You shouldn't even talk about the next man, honestly.
But ATL,
that's lame right there, talking about the next man. Why is you worried about why the next man name in your mouth?
Because he in that same division. I'm not mad at them talking about each other.
Don't know. There ain't nobody ever said his name. For what?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It was lame anyway, and he got exactly what happened to him.
He understood the assignment. Y'all watch.
Miss T, would you like for your man to keep another man name in his mouth?
No, because ain't no money on the table.
Exactly.
We ain't getting nothing out the deal.
Period.
But that's what he's supposed to do, ATL. Come on now. Come on now. I heard you say a couple times, Bud don't talk. He don't sell a fight. Ain't that what
No, I ain't never said that about Bud. No.
I thought you said that before.
I told you I support Bud and Errol Spence, but Errol Spence is my man. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Maceo say people would pay to see him fight because he brings excitement, and what is said about Earl was true. And then Blair, Sir Ambo said Blair gave some entertainment last weekend. No other boxer did that last week. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Man, he gave entertainment, man. But God damn.
Because I died laughing on the floor.
You got your ass whooped, man.
I died laughing on the floor.
Like I said, that's the thing. These niggas try to be fluid with the talking. You gotta back it up. Man.
I knocked over a beer and everything. Well, that shit was funny here. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even want to watch that trash ass shit after I saw what happened on Twitter.
That shit was hilarious.
I mean, he give an A for effort.
This
nigga was punching the ref after he got stopped.
Nigga put the ref in the stomach like 3 times.
Yo, but he caught dude. You know what? Hey, y'all admit he caught dude.
Hey, Miss T. Miss T.
Dude was struggling too. Dude was tired.
Yes. Why is Miss T trying to take up for this man? Why did he explain this to us? Explain this to the panel. Why he punched the ref in the stomach 3 times?
Because he was discombobulated.
That nigga was dazed.
He was discombobulated. He was disheveled. But he did catch up. Now, did anybody see? Now, y'all tell me. Did anybody see?
The ref ate them shit.
One of the couple of times that he did hit Roger and hit him clean. That showed me something. But you know what I said? He fucking taking a picture. He admiring his work. Man. He fucking bragging, and it ain't the end of the fight. Did anybody say that about him?
Buddy took his punches. The ref took his punches.
Yeah, I saw Buddy Eye was fucked up. Shit, I mean, like damn,
the ref like the body blows. The ref, and he was like, "Hey, one more, I'm gonna knock your ass up." I'm ready to see that Tim Tszyu and Gausha fight, man.
That's how you say it now, but saying his name all fucked up.
Tim Tszyu?
Like he was punching the punching bag.
Gausha, yeah. Gausha, I think he's from I want to say DC, somewhere on the East Coast. But yeah, be a good test.
Is that next weekend, right?
Not I think it's this weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah, I think on the 26th. That's gonna be a nice one.
Oh, okay. So look, do you think Gausha is gonna do something? You think he's gonna win?
And Gausha a good boxer. I just I don't know about it. I don't know about the fight, and I think Tim Tszyu will probably bring the fight to him. It'll be a good matchup, man. Good test for Tim Tszyu. So I think he's the mandatory for the WBO at 154. So yeah, that'll be a good fight. I think Tim Tszyu will win though. I think Tim Tszyu will win. I think he got a lot of pop in his hands too. And I just Gausha is a good fighter, but I just never seen him like knock nobody out. So,
you know what? Gausha is it me, D, or has Gausha? I've seen him fight several times. He's a good, solid fighter. You're right.
Right.
I don't seem to elevate himself past that.
And he gets a lot of credit because he's an Olympian.
Right.
Yeah, that's why he get a lot of fights. I mean, I saw the fight with him and Lubin. I mean, he gave Lubin a tough fight. He hurt Lubin a bit in that fight. But I think when he's going against a wild, rangy guy like Tim Tszyu, kind of like his daddy Costa Tszyu, with those wild punches, hey man, you know they're wild but they're accurate. So it'll be a good fight, man. And it's also going to be kind of interesting, man, because y'all know Undisputed May 14th with Charlo and Castaño. So it'll be real interesting to see what they want to do if Charlo wins, if he'll move up and drop the belts, or if Castaño wins, what will he do? It'll be real interesting, man, because you know if we can't get this, you know, just speaking, like I say, I hope the fight happens between Crawford and Bud. But you know, it was a good thing about Bud getting elevated to WBO Super Champion. So you know, if we can't get the Spence fight, he'll move up and he'll get either Charlo or Castaños, or they'll probably make Tszyu and versus Crawford at 54.
Don't be trying to leave.
Nah, go ahead, ATL. Let me get my point.
No, we finna talk about this. We finna talk about this today.
Hold tight. Sir Ambo say Roach has struggled a bit. I wonder what would have happened if Blair fought with his chin down. Exactly. And Renew Sartors, I hope I'm saying your name right, King. Welcome to the building. He said somebody called corny on the Cobb Red from 5 Heartbeats. Somebody called corny. Yo, man, y'all got to get that boy some kind of credit. Kind of credit.
Speaking of Boots, if y'all, I don't know if y'all look at Blue Blood channel, but Blue Blood did an interview with Boots today, and he called out everybody. He knows Terrence Crawford back and forth. He called him out in the interview on Blue Blood Sports today. He said he know how he switched. He only switched left-handed when he's in trouble. He said he said he only uses his right hand, his right hook. He was on Crawford ass. He was on Spence ass. He was on everything. I could beat everybody. He was on one.
Hey, and that's what he's supposed to say, bro. That's what he's supposed to say.
I know, but he was calling out. He was calling out Terrence Crawford game and everything. I'm talking about.
That's cool.
He didn't watch him. He didn't study.
And listen, bro. That's all that. I mean, like I said, I like Boots, man. Boots is a great fighter. I definitely think he gonna run his era. But yeah. You know what I mean? If you want to, that's cool. Shit.
Salute, Andrew Charles.
What you say? Pull up. I'm pulled up. Boots gonna win this goddamn turn.
Pull up the interview.
Nah, yeah. I mean, that's what you're supposed to say.
The interview with which guy? Nah, I ain't gonna pull up.
Listen, bro. I'm a fan of boxing, bro. Yeah, it's Crawford my favorite fighter. Yeah, but like I say, we just gotta see all that shit sound nice until they get in the ring.
Yeah.
Even with Earl Spence, you know, all that shit sound nice until they get in the ring, bro.
What's poppin', King? Andrew
Charles. Oh yeah. Nah, I'm gonna definitely check that interview out. My bad.
Now I'm just saying, giving Andrew his props was poppin', King. He said salute Miss T and ATL.
Salute Andrew. Hey, Andrew Charles. Andrew is my middle name. My granddaddy's name was Andrew.
I like that name. That's a sturdy man's name.
And all my boys' middle name is Andrew.
How many sons you got?
5.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
Now I gotta come on camera for this. You got how many?
And 2 girls.
Dude.
Man, damn, ATL. One of them gonna make you $1 million, man. You gotta start training.
Oh shit, they already in the making.
Who the oldest? Your boys or your girls?
My girl.
Boy, I don't know how y'all pop them out, boy. I tell you. But y'all ain't doing no damn work. Shit. That's how.
Look, that's why you don't see me. I be at work.
I feel you. He works hard for the money. So, AD, what you think about Lubin and Fundora and Tony Harrison and his fight coming up?
Hey, Fundora is gonna beat Lubin up. I'm trying to tell you.
That's a good fight. Not Lubin. Fundora. I know Fundora like to fight on that inside to say he has 6'7" guys. With them rubber band ass arms, man. Like, yeah. I don't know, man. I can tell you this, ATL. I mean, Lubin could crack, bro. So I gotta see that chin line.
Man, Fundora get hit, that shit turn his ass up, bro. He gonna beat on Lubin, bro.
Hey, that's gonna be a good fight. And who Tony Harrison fighting?
He fighting somebody named Sergio Garcia.
It's all on April 9th. Yeah, his last fight wasn't too good. I forgot the guy he fought. He went to a draw with him. He definitely got to make up for this one, though.
These are all middleweight bouts on April 9th. And then somebody named Kevin Salgado versus Brian Perello. And I don't know who they are. Junior middleweight bouts. Sir Ambo said his name would never die. Man, shit. But that's I think Fundora gonna get Lubin. I don't, like I said, for Lubin to be victorious, he gotta chop him down. He gotta go for the gut and go for the gut often and chop him down.
Right. With all them punches. But that's the only flaw I don't like about Fundora is that he just, as big as he is, he don't use his height.
Yeah. Most people so much shorter than he's a freak of nature, in a sense, to be that tall and that thin.
That tall, that thin, and he fights on the inside, man. That shit wild. But yeah, I mean, it's all about if Lubin can get him to open himself up, and if he can catch him with one of those straight lefts. I want to see Fundora jawline, because I mean, I know Lubin gonna catch him with one. He caught Rosario with one, but he also got hurt by Rosario too.
When people hit Fundora, that shit turn that man up.
Yeah. Nah, I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes on that one.
I watch him too.
His fist probably, talking about Fundora, his fist is probably bigger than Lubin's head.
Hey, he be banging for a 6'7" skinny ass dude, bro. That nigga be banging. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. I give him that.
You gotta watch him, Miss T. I promise you. You gonna be like, God damn, how that tall ass nigga move like that.
He's basically about the same height as Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, but that nigga he's steady punching. He's slapping your ass across your head, your body, all that shit.
My thing was, I ain't like, he don't got that much meat on his body to be taking punches, but like you said, when you hit him, he get turned up, don't he?
Well, what? Hey, that nigga start wailing on your ass.
Yeah, Andrew said, I've never seen someone with shoulders as wise as Fundora be. That like
exactly.
Yeah, that
Like,
that nigga start smiling when you hit his ass and start banging on your ass.
Buddy looked like a real life stick man, man. He's skinny as a motherfucker.
Straight up.
Yeah, that motherfucker
but we fuck with him
overwhelmed you with them punches, though. I will say that, man. He definitely overwhelmed you with them punches.
He beat you down with them long ass punches.
Yeah, man. We talking.
We was talking about April 16th fight, man. I give Showtime. They showed up and showed out with the Spence this fight. I still ain't buying it, but Isaac Cruz and Gamboa. What do y'all think that fight is gonna turn out to be?
You said who?
Isaac Cruz versus Gamboa.
And they fighting?
Yeah, on the same on the undercard, and they the
Gamboa going down.
They the co-main. He gang.
I gotta make a video of that shit. I ain't even know that.
God damn, man! I hate they using my boy Gamboa as a step.
Gamboa finna get knocked the fuck out. First round.
Yeah, nah, man. Yeah, I think it's over with the Gamboa.
First round.
Just another name for somebody young to put on their record. You know what I mean? It's fucked up, man. So Gamboa about. I said Gamboa about what, 39 now?
He 40.
Oh yeah, man. Come on.
Well, what does that mean if Cruz get him out 1, 2, or 3 rounds?
Shit, I mean, the same as he did for Tank.
Hey, that's some good ass fight. What undercard that's gonna be on?
That's gonna be on Spence fight. They got a lot of good fights. Yeah, they got a lot of good fights on the Spence card.
Yes,
and the best thing about it is all of them 10 rounds except Spence and Ugas.
And Pete Gang, they making sense because the guy Isaac just beat before he fought Tank. Francisco Vargas is on there with somebody named Jose Venezuela. Now, I know Francisco Vargas can fight. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, the Mexican, huh?
Yeah. He gonna be fighting somebody named Jose Venezuela. And then they got Cody Crawley versus Josecito Lopez. Showtime showed up and showed out, or PBC. They did. I'm giving them their props. I still ain't getting it, but I'm giving them their props. Still ain't buying it, but I'm gonna see it for sure. Thank you, Birdman, if you're out there. I'm definitely gonna see it. But yeah, that's a hell of a card, right, y'all?
Oh yeah, that's a nice little card, man.
Just them two is a good age. Just them two.
I think the Stanionis and Botuev, I think that's gonna be on the prelims.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. The icing on the cake, the free part of that card is Butev and Stanionis, and then Brandon Lee versus Zachary Ochoa. Brandon Lee is the shit. You hear me?
I gotta watch film on Buddy. I've been hearing about him. I remember he was supposed to be Spence mandatory the fight when he fought Danny Garcia.
Who, Brandon Lee?
Yeah.
Nah, he at 140 still.
He at 140. I thought he came up. No, that's more recently I'm thinking about. My bad. Excuse me.
Yeah. Brandon Lee is American born. Oh, that dude can fight. He can fight. Y'all get them likes up. Y'all get them likes, hit them likes. But that's a nice card right there. I give PBC that one. They must have been listening to us, D, huh? You know?
Yeah.
They must have been listening.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait to April 16th, man. I definitely think that's gonna be a great fucking fight with Spence and Ugas, man.
For real.
I think that's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna
be who y'all think who gonna win out of Tyson Fury, Dillian White?
That's 50-50 to me.
Yeah. I'd say Fury though.
He might if they want him to win, but see a lot of Europeans like Dillian too. So they both from over there. They both cheaters. May the best cheater win.
No. They sold that fight out in 3 hours though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's what they claim. Did they buy the tickets and then try to pass them out or something? I don't know.
You know the UK support their people, so shit.
Yeah, the tickets be like $12. I'll sell out too. Sir Ambo say he banged, but his tall ass chin exposed, liver too. What you on that liver? You talking about Fundora and Fury Easily. Terry Gosper is in the building. Was Papa King said Fury.
What's up?
Easily, Terry. I don't know. Fury ain't gonna be able to weight bully on Dillian big ass.
Man, that nigga gonna beat the shit out of Dillian White.
Thanks, so.
Yeah,
Bro,
nah,
hey, look, I don't give a fuck. If he knocked the motherfucking King out, he gonna beat the shit out of Dillian White.
I don't know now.
Straight up.
I don't know.
Nah, fuck that. I ain't got no other thought about it, nigga. Ain't nobody else fucking with the King. If he fuck the King, hey, he fucking with the King, he gonna fuck up, goddamn. I can't wait. That nigga gonna fuck goddamn Dillian White up.
Well, I wouldn't call him the King. I think he just.
I'm talking about Deontay Wilder.
Oh, yeah, but they ain't fighting. It's Fury and Dillian.
I said if Tyson Fury fucked the King up, I know he gonna fuck Dillian White up.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now.
But he cheated with the King. We all know what's going on.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if he fucked with the King, he gonna fucking beat Dillian White ass.
They both great cheaters, though. That's my point.
Yeah. They damn sure is. And Dillian White got his ass knocked out by what's the nigga name? Putin.
Putin put him on his ass.
Povetkin or something.
Povetkin, I said
Povetkin. Damn. Yeah, he got me saying Putin.
I'm like, Putin left the war.
We might get shut down, goddamn. My bad. Damn.
Andrew Charles said White got 3 or 4 rounds to step on the gas. After that, Fury gonna slap dog shit out of him around the
For
rest
real. I'm gonna take every picture when that nigga look like Shrek every time he get
hit. Terrell said on Deontay got smoked for Fury. Only Deontay got smoked for Fury. Sarah Ampo's like for Fury.
Oh,
Fury
yeah.
Struggled against Walking though.
Waleem
whooped Fury ass, bro. They cheated.
Man, yeah.
Waleem. See, that's what I'm saying. What is it about Fury that they gotta make this motherfucker a winner?
Man, that nigga Waleem, they supposed to stop that fight. That nigga Waleem whooping that nigga ass.
He put that nasty ass cut on Fury ass.
Yeah.
They supposed to been stop that fight. That nigga had about 50 stitches in that motherfucker.
I don't know why they gotta make this man a winner. Like, what is he doing for y'all? Like,
he's the role model for the world. He's going through depression like everybody else in the goddamn world.
It's a lot of other white guys they can pick. I'm sorry.
It's the same reason that they was trying to push Lomachenko.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that game, man. But I mean, don't get it twisted. I fuck with Lomachenko. Lomachenko's a great fighter.
Man.
Lomachenko better get his ass on the front line.
Exactly.
Hey, he gotta stay. He gotta stay home now.
You said that shit. I ain't want to fuck your channel up, Miss T, but I feel the same way.
No, we ain't fuck no. We can't say that. No, we can't talk about that war.
I don't know. Hey, I'm new to this shit just like you, Miss T. So shit, I'm saying. Fuck boxing, nigga. Get on the front line, nigga.
But what I did say earlier, I don't know if y'all caught that, but Eddie Hearn the other day was like, Usyk and Joshua might be going down in June. Then a day or 2 later, he gonna say,
Usyk just blanked on them. Look at that article. Usyk just blanked on them for saying that shit. He's like, nigga, leaving my country, fuck wrong with y'all.
But Eddie Hearn be doing that shit like that low key promoting or whatever. Like, stop that shit. Everybody in new media, old media, whatever, all these YouTube content creators, this is one area we can unify. And when y'all got that mic in front of people's face like that, shut that shit down. Stop playing. Ain't nobody in boxing know anything about this war. And it can't qualify, it can't quantify. Stop playing. Don't even let them play with us like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a waste of time. And it's not even funny. People, I ain't capping for them. They don't cap for us with shit.
Yeah, I made a video about the Klitschko brothers and Usyk. All that, what's the name? Lomachenko going back and forth and all that shit. I don't respect that shit. So
my respect go to Victor Poster.
I ain't even know the Klitschko brothers, the mayor of the motherfucking capital in that bitch.
Yeah.
Governors.
Yeah, they out there bitch fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't mad at the lady. Remember I told you a former beauty queen? She scooped her son up and was like, we out of here, biatch. Woke up to some damn bomb air raids. I'm not mad at her. Damn right. I'll take my 7-year-old and be like, I didn't sign up for this shit. I'm out. Anybody mad at that?
Nah. Man,
nah. For what? Nah.
Exactly. Mundo. Andrew Charles said there's an old video out there that allegedly shows White dropping Fury like a sack of potatoes in sparring. I can't confirm or deny it though. Ooh, Andrew, point us in the right direction. We'd love to see that.
Your pop was a long time ago.
Hey, once you can do it, you can always. I've been banned from every major news.
You don't never know it. Fury, he might have been on coke then. You don't never know what the hell going on.
Andrew, you said I've been banned from every major news channel on social media over my thoughts on the war. Damn, for real? Like, what kind of news chat? Like regular news or these boxing channels?
She said, like, what, regular news?
I look at it like that's their blessing. I mean that's their blessing or curse. That's their war. I try not to get too in depth. I try to show some kind of respect. I mean, how would y'all feel if somebody come over to America and was just blowing stuff up? Y'all would be shocked.
Hell nah. We'll be meeting down the street going to shoot some shit up.
That's what everybody say. You ever hear them bullets on the front line and how they vibrate through your body? That's what everybody say.
You know how it is in America. We be like, shit, I just got out of work. Shit, yeah, I'm finna go hop on the front line. Shit, I'm gonna tell tomorrow.
A lot of people got in the first couple of weeks. But after the first couple of weeks, they be like, all right, I'm tired of this shit.
I got y'all for about 6 hours a day, then I gotta go back to work.
T-Ray is in the building. He said, blessings, Queen. Blessings to you, King. Maceo said, Miss T, see you later tonight. Yes.
Damn.
We're gonna be. I'm gonna see.
Y'all nasty.
That's right, Maceo. I'm gonna see you later tonight.
Nasty.
Andrew Charles said, like mainstream news channels. Oh, okay. So what's nasty about me and Maceo gonna link up later tonight on these YouTube channels? What's nasty about that?
You said I thought. What did he say?
He taking it as he thought he was coming to see you.
Oh yeah.
Get your mind out of the 18. Get your finger out of there. Hey, y'all hit that like button. So what about the May 14th Showtime boxing? It's not a pay-per-view. Charlo versus Castano. And on that undercard.
And Boots fight that night.
Ooh, yeah, we got Ennis and Clayton. So y'all talk about one of those fights. What's good? What's good with it?
You go first, idea.
I think the Charlo Castino 2 fight, that shit gonna be great. But I'd rather see the Boots fight, but you know.
You gonna see that first.
I know, but you know, I don't I ain't too much been a Charlo fan lately. So I mean I don't hate on them, but you know, they just been moving different. So
yeah, they've been moving funny. What you got?
Man, shit, it's definitely another 50-50. It's a 50-50 fight again. Shit, I mean, you know, they both hurt each other. I mean, Charlo should have finished the bid. The first fight, he should have stopped him. But you know what I mean, that heart of Castaño showed heart and grit, and he kept fighting. But I think this fight, I think Charlo get him out of there. TKO round 11. I'm gonna go with that.
I had Charlo edging him when they first fought. But I'm gonna tell you, Charlo better stop being so. He better have some effective aggression. That's what I would say.
Miss T, and I don't know if you saw it, and I saw the same shit that happened with Tony Harrison. He let off the gas. He got frustrated because he couldn't knock him out, and I saw that, and that's one thing with Jamel. See, the one thing I don't like about Jamel is that he always want to go for the fucking knockout instead of setting punches up the box. You know what I mean? You're not no fucking knockout artist for one. You can't be a knockout artist with 50% KO ratio. I'm sorry. You got power, yeah, but you gotta set that shit up, man. Set that shit up. Don't get frustrated. Listen to what Derek telling you, and maybe you will get there. But it's just he just rely on that power so much and get frustrated, and that's what get him out of his game. Because he didn't. I don't care what nobody say. He didn't expect Castaños to keep coming like he came. And that's the difference maker. So he definitely gonna have to keep that bull off his ass, and that's one thing he was struggling with, was keeping him off his ass until the later round. So that's why I say I think this time is a tough fight for the first 10 rounds, but then I think round 11 he might get him out of there. He's gonna have to because he can't leave it in the judge's hands again.
This is what he got to do. He gonna have to box him, and at times catch him with a nugget. He gonna have to. This same advice I said about Tank. Y'all notice how strategic Tank is fighting when he fought Santa Cruz and when he fought Barrios. He strategically fight him. He try to place his punch. He wait on in his shit. And I said, don't fight Isaac Cruz. That motherfucker coming for you. That's a dog. You better box him. You better box him, and at times catch him with one of your little nuggets. And once he started doing that, Tank turned the boxing, thing on like 30 seconds in the last part of a couple of rounds. That's what edged him out. And for Charlo, he got to do the same thing because Castano is squared up. He's not the perfect boxer. Y'all know I lean more to any perfect boxer or a complete boxer. That's what I'm gonna call him because nobody's perfect. But a more complete boxer. Charlo knows how to do that. But like you said, he be so aggressive, trying to knock somebody out and everything. If he sit down and box his ass, keep that jab on his ass, that motherfucker's gonna square up and then you knock him on his ass. If Charlo try to fight him any other way, he's going to lose.
Yep, it won't be successful. Because one thing for sure, Charlo can't fight off that back foot. Can't fight off that back foot. I was just about to say, I know you saw when he was pressuring, you saw the same shit with Tony Harrison. When Tony Harrison kept him on his back foot, he stepped forward, he used angles. But it's just with Castaños don't use those angles. He's just more of a bull who come at you.
And Castano got power.
So and he got power. That's the difference. Right. He definitely got power.
That's the difference between Castano and Harrison. Shout out to Harrison. I like you. But your power compared to Charlo's, it wasn't up there. Castano, I think he gave Charlo something to think about.
yeah, he did. Yeah. You saw the disappointment. I was like, fuck. I could read his mind like, fuck, man, this motherfucker still don't want to go down.
Like, I better just
keep coming.
Better just survive.
Yep.
That's what I saw.
Yeah.
And a certain effective aggression, exactly, Miss T. Yeah, that's what we all saying too. Yeah. But D.
Oh no, and I was just gonna elaborate to the April 16th fight. That just could be the same thing with Spence and Ugas. Spence could probably unload the kitchen sink on Ugas, and if he just don't fold, will Spence get frustrated, or will he keep coming with it?
Here we go.
Hey man, I'm just keeping it up and down the middle.
Yeah,
man.
you telling some truth, man. Come on.
I'm just keeping it up and down the middle.
It sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, that's.
Let me tell you, Spence is a come forward playing fighter. He is. I know y'all like to think that he's more than that, and I'm not.
I ain't never seen Spence around.
Ain't nothing bad with that. I ain't saying he can't box, but Spence spent a lot of time sitting on his punches. That means he's.
I ain't never seen Spence around again.
He don't move his head, and he comes forward. He cannot fight going back.
Girl Spence is the most consistent jabber and puncher in boxing right now.
Yeah, he has the best jab at 47. But you know,
check it out. Several times.
The jab set up everything. Stop playing.
All right. Okay.
But he couldn't use that jab against Porter though.
He showed good.
What you mean he won?
By that knockdown.
He banged him out. He banged it out. He did what Porter wanted to do. He did it though. He banged it out. Terrence Crawford didn't bang it out with him.
Shit, that nigga stopped him. That nigga stopped him.
He boxed.
Exactly. He boxed and stopped his ass.
He didn't stand in there and bang with him like goddamn.
He ain't gotta stand in there and bang with him.
Exactly.
Listen, Miss T. They always say that shit. Oh, Will Spence want to fight like that. Man, come on, man. That nigga Porter made that nigga fight like that. No, he couldn't have. Why he didn't do it?
Spence told everybody
he didn't do it, man.
I'm gonna fight his fight, and he did.
Hell nah, man. You don't fight. You don't fight. Yeah, you don't fight no nigga.
He told everybody he was gonna do it before the fight.
Man, that nigga.
That video, I ain't seen that video, man.
What Crawford do though? Crawford ain't bang it out. Crawford ran.
Shit, he boxed his ass. Hey, I tell you. I tell you this.
Running ain't boxing now. Boxing, he boxed or he ran.
He boxed him, bro. Okay. He used his angles. I tell you like this, bro. You go watch the Earl Spence fight. Listen. This is the trio fight you should go watch. Go watch Porter. Go watch Porter and Ugas. Then watch Spence. Then watch Spence versus Porter, and you tell me who got 12.
Go watch Crawford versus Ugas. You go watch that one then.
Hold on, when my queens come in, I gotta give a shout out to Tianka Tolbert. I hope I said your name right. He said, Miss T, this is Maceo. I just introduced a female friend of mine to your station. Thank you. Blessings. Welcome to the building, Tianka. Yeah, get on up in there. What you got to say, Tianka? Get in on this. Then go ahead. Continue. ATL with the bullshit, but continue. You're bullshitting right now. Spence ain't had no choice. He ain't had no choice but to fight Porter's way.
He ain't had no damn choice.
Yeah, man. Couldn't fight off that back foot. Nigga Porter using them angles and turns.
I thought we talking about James Crawford running.
There you go. There you go, Miss T.
Was he running or was he jogging? Which one?
Man, he was boxing, man.
He was boxing. He ain't even moved around the ring as much as Floyd or anybody. Terrence didn't move like that. Did you see that step back and then step to the right and then the shoulder flip and then knocked his ass out on it? I mean, that was too many steps.
That was Miss T.
Like that.
Miss T. I tell everybody when I watched the Porter fight, it wasn't even the punches I was watching. It was the angles and the footwork. Because like I say, I watched the Errol Spence fight live. I was drunk out my motherfucking mind. Hold on. I was drunk out my mind. And I saw the Spence and Porter fight. I was like, damn, man, why this nigga EJ not using his jab? Why this nigga letting Porter turn him? I'm like, yo, come on, man. And then I was like,
I don't want to hear that shit.
Hey, it's facts, bro.
If Porter didn't fall,
I'm not accepting that shit, Miss T. Hell no.
Hold on. If Porter didn't fall, how would that fight turn out with Spence and Porter?
It might have been a draw.
Yeah, it never might have been a draw with turns.
It would. That doesn't matter.
It do matter.
Yeah, it would have been a draw.
Terrence supposed to be fighting goddamn Spence on the 16th. That's what matters.
Okay, let's not start this, man. Let's not start this.
They're fighting in a couple of weeks. Respect the
but
fight.
Why is Ugas fighting? Because they pay step aside money for this nigga to get the fight, man.
This nigga Terrence Crawford sitting around here waiting on Spence to fight. He could be fighting Boots.
As he should. The nigga got 38 fights. The nigga got 38 fights. That nigga lapping all them niggas over there, man. He
gonna have to fight Boots, and Boots gonna whoop his motherfucking
ass. That's what y'all dream.
They hoping and praying on that shit, yo.
I ain't hoping and praying on it because when Spence and Boots fight, Spence gonna beat Boots motherfucking ass. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about.
Boots ain't gonna fight neither one of them yet. We don't know how it's gonna turn out. But I got Spence.
You need to go watch the video. He calling both of their ass out today.
He doing what he's supposed to do.
Not tomorrow, but today.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it later.
I am too. But Boots is doing what he's supposed to do. He know he ain't gonna get a fight with Spence and Crawford. Mm-hmm. He definitely ain't gonna get a fight with Crawford.
Y'all real Crawford fans, y'all better go watch this shit. That nigga Boots talking shit. He been watching that nigga, bro. Straight up.
But look, you gotta look at his actions too. He made moves.
Bro, that nigga even blinked when he was talking. He didn't even blink.
He put himself in position to fight Errol Spence. Nobody else. Errol Spence.
He said he'll beat up Keith Thurman. He said, man, he don't give a damn.
I'm gonna just go watch that shit.
For real.
I know I saw somewhere who become the mandatory after that fight. Isn't it Ennis and Clayton after that?
Whoever wins the Spence Ugas fight, he mandatory for it after this fight.
With those other two, Stanionis and Butev, they did I think WBA.
They said if he wins this fight, that he's mandatory for whoever wins between Spence and Ugas.
I'm telling you right now, I'm going in on Spence if he don't.
So Crawford out the picture already.
Crawford after that.
Crawford out the picture, so you might well forget him. because they said after this fight, Boots, if Boots win this fight, he mandatory
listen,
Spence
ATL.
or
So now
Ugas. Ain't no Crawford in the picture, okay?
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So listen, let's just say if they mandate. Hold on, let's just say if they mandate Spence versus Boots, and that nigga dropped the belt, and he go up to 54. That's not ducking.
What would he drop the belt for?
Because he don't want to face Crawford.
Man, he'll fight. He don't give a damn about Crawford. He'll fight Boots.
But I thought we were supposed to be. See, that's the thing.
I thought we supposed to be.
Hold
on. Boots is the mandatory. If he wins this fight, Boots is the mandatory to fight either Spence or Ugas.
This is my thing here.
Ain't no Crawford in the mix.
But the thing of it is, this is my thing here. Now, this is my thing here. Now, we waited 5 motherfucking years for this nigga to clean his side of the
down
street.
to 60-40 because he got 1 belt.
Man, they never set no contract, man. Stop the cap, man. They never set the contract.
And Boots is next.
Never.
Before Crawford.
What contract did they send?
You know what I'm saying? Boots might be undisputed before Crawford because Crawford bullshit.
You can't answer that question, Miss T. What contract?
Bullshit, and Boots might be undisputed before Crawford.
They never sent the contract, bro. Never.
Look, you think it's worth Spence foregoing undisputed just to fight Boots Ennis? You think that's logical?
Boots is in a better position than Crawford right now.
How?
Because if he wins his fight on the 14th of May, he's the mandatory for either Ugas or Spence.
But Crawford, if either one of them
for the IBF,
but if Ugas or Spence, whichever one wins, they can become undisputed. You telling me undisputed is less important than giving Boots a shot?
You need to go watch the interview.
According to what Errol Spence said.
I can imagine with the interview saying, I'm saying Boots don't have a belt and he's not in contingent for no damn undisputed.
This match is for the mandatory IBF.
Yeah, they
go look it up.
But my thing, but Miss T, my thing is we waited 4 or 5 years for this shit. This nigga said, I'm gonna clean up my side of the street. I'm gonna go get this belt, that belt. Nah, we here right at undisputed. And if this nigga go fight Jerron Ennis or drop the belts, it's a duck, bro. It's a duck. However you want to slice the cake, my nigga, it's a duck. Because we waited this long and this
Girl Spence ain't never ducked nobody.
Well, hey, he don't fight Terrence Crawford after April 16th. It's a duck. Yeah, quack.
Quack. I second that.
There's nothing you can do about what's already sanctioned through the IBF.
Well, shit, hey, thing of it is this though. If he don't fight him, shit, Crawford already the WBO super champion. That's why he made that move, because he knows probably some fuck shit gonna happen. So he's gonna try to go capture that belt. That
don't nobody care about no WBO belt, bro.
Hey, don't matter. You got to get that belt to be undisputed. You got to get that belt to be
WBO belt, bro.
What the fuck is a WBC?
Only two people got one. Goddamn Shakur Stevenson and goddamn Terrence Crawford. What the hell?
It's the Bob Arum belt. We know that it's the Bob Arum belt.
Yeah,
that's a great belt, huh? Yeah.
It's the 4-belt era, yo.
It's the missing piece to the puzzle.
It is. This ain't Zab Judah era. You can't get 3 belts and call yourself undisputed, man. The thing of it is, you told us, this nigga told us a plan. This nigga gave us a plan when they met up. Talk about, I'm gonna go take the easy road and get the belt from Sean Porter. Okay, so now we trying to wait on your word to live up. Is you gonna fight this nigga after April 16th or what?
You still talking about 3-4 months ago?
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
He didn't make the fight. The fight ain't made. Ugas made the fight, and that's what it is.
They never sent them an offer, bro. What offer did they send him?
You got to go ask Ugas that, because Ugas made.
Man, come on, man. They paid step aside money for this nigga Ugas, man. This nigga Ugas was finna fight Stanionis, man. That nigga was finna fight Stanionis, bro.
Show me some evidence on that.
Miss T, pull it up.
You know that.
Miss T, pull it up, Miss T.
Show me some evidence.
I don't know where to go look for it at, but everybody should know that. Like, where am I looking? Because we know that when he fought Pacquiao,
we don't know.
Listen, ATL. We know that when Ugas fought Pacquiao, there was no fight between Errol Spence. We know that Ugas was crying to everybody but Santa Claus You can go look on his IG. Why I gotta fight Stanionis. And then the next move was like at the end of December, maybe the first week of January, they paid step aside. So all that stuff, when they be talking about all that fight been in existence, they can miss me with that. You can't say it was been in existence if Stanionis didn't get paid to the end of January. I mean the end of December or the beginning of January. Y'all just put that shit together. Earls had a choice. They picked Ugas. Now I'm willing to bet that PBC had a lot to do with that shit, rather than
pick Ugas.
Yeah, they picked him. They
Ugas. Fucking Terrence Crawford didn't want to take that deal. That's what happened.
They don't want to give Terrence no deal. You saw the
They never offered him nothing. They never
offered him a deal, and he didn't want to fucking take it, and that's what it is. Ugas took the deal. Terrence Crawford didn't. Terrence Crawford got to wait and sit on the goddamn sideline.
ATL. So is Ugas getting 40%?
Shit, I don't fucking know.
He getting 50. He getting 50.
If he get 50, I'm glad he did get 50 because fucking Terrence Crawford was scared to goddamn take what he's supposed to get.
That shit funny as hell.
I think ATL.
Ugas ain't act like no hoe about the situation.
I was trying to think ATL playing. That's cool. That's cool because you saw that Tim Smith interview.
Y'all not gonna jump me by Earl Spence.
Y'all know
we're not jumping you. We just spilling the facts.
No, I'm giving you the facts. Terrence Crawford didn't sign the goddamn fight. Ugas did. April 16th, tune the fuck in and sit on the sideline because your man didn't want to make the goddamn fight.
Look, Miss T. You know what they did? This is what PBC did. They say, okay, look, Manny, we're gonna give you Ugas because Spence got the eye injury. So we know this might be an easy win for you, so go on ahead and win this. That way we can make you and Earl Spence later on in the year. Come to find out, the nigga Ugas beats this nigga. Oh, we're going to put him in the tournament. We're going to punish him.
That nigga sound crazy.
Lo and behold, who comes out of the sky? The god, Al Heyman.
Captain Saberho. Go ahead.
save Ugas from the tournament. And here we are, April 16th.
I wanna be saved. That's what happened.
It's okay. It's okay, bro. I understand it hurts, man. But
scared to fight everybody else. He just sitting back ducking.
Hey,
you say he's scared to fight. You say he's scared to fight Keith Thurman.
Scared to fight. You won't even fight Blair Cobb.
Hey, D, we got a bet. Me and ATL and a couple other people. It's just
he won't even fight Blair Cobb.
We got a bet that $50 bet that fight between Ugas and Spence go to decision.
I ain't bet you that it go to this shit. I said it ain't going to decision.
Yeah, I know you said it ain't. I'm betting that it's going.
Spence gonna break his ass down and the fight gonna be the fuck over.
They calling the knockout. I say I bet it go to decision.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go to decision. I think so. 7-5 Spence, unanimous.
I need my ends, ATL. I don't care if Spence wins.
I got a 7-5 UD. UD for Spence.
ATL.
Hey, yo, ass on YouTube. ASAP. I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna tag you in.
Yeah.
He gonna be Miss T, I need my money. I'm gonna be like, baby, just put up the cash out. Watch how Miss T pay her bills.
It's somebody else too. Who else was on?
Detail Blaster. Blaster. You got that same bet, and y'all got another bet that Earl Spence will not mention Terrence Crawford's name.
Where he at? We sure do.
And that what you said.
I said that nigga ain't even gonna be in the crowd.
Listen,
that nigga's a son.
y'all bet it on he won't mention his name. And come on now.
I said Earl Spence gonna call him out.
No, he ain't. I don't think he will, but y'all bet it on that. And so, like,
I said Earl Spence gonna call him out. That's what I said.
If Jim Gray,
you ain't seen Buddy since that conversation because he already know.
I see Detail Blast all the time. He just don't come in here all the time.
He know what it is.
In my Big Bro show. But look, when Jim Gray interview him, I guarantee you Jim Gray bring it up. I bet you Earl don't. But I ain't betting. But that's what they saying. He's not gonna bring them up. He might not even say the word WBO. For that matter. Andrew Charles said the internet gonna explode when Spence don't call out Bud. Indeed, Andrew.
Hey, because they already on his ass, Miss T. They already on his ass. They pressuring him with them questions. You know what I mean? He said he wants it. He said he wants it. He said the fight is easier to be made since Bob ain't in the picture.
So, he still say we'll see. He just said that. Did you see?
Yeah.
Black Picasso's part 16.
Yeah. I saw that, and I saw the PBC interview he did when he was like, I'm definitely gonna we definitely gonna try to get the Crawford fight after Ugas. We'll see how that goes. But if I can't get undisputed, I don't think it's gonna hurt my legacy. Because Felix, look, he said because Felix Trinidad wasn't undisputed, but he's an all-time great.
Man, he already making excuses.
Come on, man. Y'all got to read between the lines on this shit, man. Like,
y'all need some pom-poms.
He's telling us to put the oil down, D. Put our oil.
Hey, man, I didn't say that. He said that. He said all that shit.
Well, I mean, listen, man. Yeah, to say that if what was the relevance to the
y'all talking about this and that, but who the hell is Bud fighting?
Bud has fought everybody. Y'all said he need to fight.
Nobody want to hear that. That nigga been off half a year now. God damn.
Come on, I know you didn't just say that, bro.
6 months. That nigga been sitting at the crib waiting on the fight.
Boo. It's been 3 months in this year.
That's still too long.
He just fought in November. The end.
Canelo fight 4 times a year. What's going on with Bud? He ain't able.
Man, he waiting on Spence to see.
He not able.
He waiting.
He's waiting on the nut digger, man. He waiting on the nut digger.
He ain't waiting on nothing. He had the opportunity. I don't want to hear that shit.
Andrew Johnson, I'm trying to keep hope alive, but man, we'll see. I feel you, Andrew. He said we'll see. L Dub is in the building. What's good, King? That's good. Hey, he waiting on the nut digger, ATL. He waiting on the nut digger.
Yeah.
You know he is. And look, somebody better than me make a compilation of how many times Earl hit Ugas in the nuts.
Somebody else bring your goddamn pom-poms out. Come on, join us.
Andrew Charles said, Miss T, he do. And this is not a negative. This is not me talking negative about him.
Yes, it is. It's not. That's exactly what it
is. It's the one thing I do not like about Earl, for sure. I don't dislike Earl. I know y'all.
Yes, you do. You're an Earl hater.
I'm not an Earl hater.
You and D is a damn Earl hater.
We just
man, I don't hate that nigga, man. I just don't like the contradiction he be saying, man. I gotta say, I got the nigga winning the fight, bro. It's just,
that don't mean nothing.
We'll see though.
I know. We'll see. That's the go-to answer.
Yeah, man. I like Spence, man. Good fighter, but shit.
That nigga Spence that nigga gonna be hitting your ass ASAP, man. Like, but hit that nigga ATL up.
Errol Spence, come on my show and explain why you hit people in the nuts. Just do that. I mean, I gotta know. Like, Earl, it might be a good, perfect.
Earl, they hating. I fuck with you, bro.
Why you do that? ATL will be here. I will totally respect you. I've never called him out his name or disrespected Errol Spence because I told you I like him too. Outside of him facing Terrence, I got Terrence. When he face everybody else, more than likely I pick him. I have so far.
More than likely, hater.
I'm saying more than likely because I don't know his future opponents. Every opponent that he's faced in his life, I had Earl winning every time. I bought every Earl fight that he had. It wasn't like he had a whole lot, but I tuned in all the time.
Miss T crazy as hell.
She's gonna throw a logo in there.
It wasn't like it's a lot, but I'm just saying, But when it comes to Terrence, he's not a complete fighter compared to Terrence. That's all I said. That's not derogatory. That's not.
You shouldn't go to jail for saying that you feel that Spence don't have the skill set as Crawford. He's a great fighter, man. The nigga got resilience. He mauls you down. He's a big guy who's who's squeezing down at a low weight, man. You know, so he's definitely stronger than most of his opposition. And I just feel when he get in the ring with Terrence Crawford, he's gonna realize how strong that dude is. So, I like listen. I want to see the fight. I want to see the fight just as much as y'all want to see it. That's why I'm hoping this nigga Spence wins.
Yeah, I do too. Because I be thinking it don't matter either way who wins, who gets the Spence. But I want Spence to win because I want him and Terrence to fight. Now, look, we could be calling for this. Ain't no 100% guarantee that Terrence will win. But I got Terrence. I just have faith. Have faith in your boy, Bud Crawford. Hey, if you ever watching my show, come on here, please. I love you. I met you twice, buddy. Now look, let's go to some of these other fights that's coming up on Showtime. After the 16th, we got who is it? We said Castano and them. Okay. David Benavidez and Lemieux. Who's interested in that? I'm not so much interested in it, but I'll watch it. It's free. Anybody? Yeah. I got something to say about it? I really don't. David tore his draws with me as of late when he was talking that Southern strategy with Andre. I don't want to hear that shit coming out your mouth, Benavidez, when I see the Negro in you too. So I don't like all that Negro strategy that they use when they be like, "Oh, he's boring. He's not exciting. He can't draw." That's a Jim Crow law for boxing. That's what it is.
Duck talk.
Yep. Duck talk as well. On the 28th, we got Gervonta Davis and Rolly Romero. Now, I want to see this fight. I know a lot of people be like, they don't like the fights that Davis get. I don't like how they move him neither, but I do want to see this Rolly Romero fight with Davis. And if they'd have fought last year, I would have bought it. But I still ain't buying it. I still ain't getting it.
What are they fighting
at? They're going to be fighting at the Barclays, no doubt. Look at that. Barclays, that's a good spot.
Man.
Yeah.
For the WBA regular lightweight title. I don't see no undercard on them just yet, but I'm almost positive. Barclays always have some.
I think Erislandy Lauren and versus Jose Benavidez Jr. I think that's on the Tank and Rolly undercard.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's on the Tank and Rolly undercard. I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready for the press, man. I know that shit gonna be so entertaining because that's what Rolly do. Rolly like a Blair Cobb, talk that shit. And, you know, he gonna try to get under Tank's skin. So I definitely want to see that. The press conference is gonna be real engaging. So I want to see that shit.
Now he know what to do because he said that first one when he first did it, he didn't know what to do. He wasn't sure. So now don't put on that hot ass jacket if you're somewhere hot. You know, just pop your collar. June 4th is a good one too. Stephen Fulton, Two Boy Steph with Danny Roman. That's gonna be a good one. WBO and WBC junior featherweight titles. David Morale, y'all, versus Calvin Henderson. I don't know Calvin, but David Morale, y'all seem to like him. He catching buzz. What y'all think about those fights?
Yeah, David Morale, good upcoming 168 pounder. I think that's what he is. Yeah, good fighter. I like him. I seen him versus Alantez. I think that was Alantez fight, wasn't it? But yeah, I seen him fight on FS1 a couple times. Good, strong fighter. Got a lot of pop in his hands. So I'm ready to see that one. And that other one, Fulton. Yeah, Fulton. Definitely want to see Fulton. Yeah, Fulton out of Philly, a good rugged fighter, man. That was a nice little fight he had with Figueroa.
Yes.
So I'm definitely interested in this, and I'm glad this one is a unification too. So.
Yeah, and that one he had with Figueroa when Figueroa just broke down into a crybaby. You know, just so elusive. Like, dang.
And Fulton fought his fight. And Fulton went banging with him.
But I'm gonna tell you like this: Fulton barely beat him too, and I like Fulton. I'm team Fulton all day, but he barely beat him because those Figueroas, they to me they're not great fighters. They're not complete fighters, and you know, it's just a personal thing for me. I like complete fighters. And they square up and everything, but they awkward as hell, and it works for them. And I think it works for them while they're young. When they get older, nah, it don't work for them.
Yeah, they don't get
stopped. His oldest brother just got beat up by who? Who was that? Who he's Omar was just fighting? Got his ass whooped. Who the fuck just fought Omar? This was recent, y'all. Anybody in the chat know LW? You probably know. Who did Omar just fight in the ring? Got his ass whooped. He had no answers for the dude.
Hell no.
He did. He squared up too much. And what's his name? The younger Figueroa. He was trying to pressure him. They got these swimmer bodies, but they can them long ass arms. They can motherfucking like hit you in weird, in the inside, and they lean their head. They fight with their head. That's another reason why I don't like them. But Cool Boy Steph, like Tank Davis, at the end of several little rounds, put on a boxing clinic, and that's what edged them out to me.
Yeah. If he would have boxed Figueroa a little bit more, he'd have won that shit clean.
Yeah. But sometimes I think, it's hard to do that with the Figueroas. That's their little niche, They put their head on you, they fight with their heads, they lean on you. Somebody help me out, because I ain't gonna be able to go to sleep tonight unless I know who Omar just fought recently. He just fought L-Dub. I know you got this one. He fought somebody, and dude made him look stupid. Black fight. Why can't I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. David Morales. Huh?
I didn't see that one.
It just recently happened because I know I just watched it. David Morrell, like I said, he catch buzz or whatever. I seen him fight, yay, that's how I felt. Yeah. Then June 18th, and I guess that's supposed to be Juneteenth, right?
Juneteenth, yeah.
Okay, they once again, once you put some black fighters against some black fighters.
Charlo.
Yeah, Charlos and Selecki. We don't know who Selecki is. Put Charlo in with another nigga. Come on. It's Juneteenth. Y'all act like black men and black men can't sell. Or black people against black people can't sell. That's how it was back in the day. That's why I'm welcoming the OG Don King back. And look who he got. Trevor Bryan and Daniel Dubois, 2 niggas.
Oh, yeah?
Your barn burner. I mean, yeah. They need to go back to, they got to stop being, putting themselves in a box. All fighters are welcome. I mean, I don't care what shell you come in. I don't care your color. If you put in that work and you leave it in the ring, you done got a fan out of me. But stop just fighting Mexicans or just fighting white guys. Fight everybody. If the Mexicans don't want to fight you, fight each other. We are the big consumers. Yes.
Hey, Miss T, that June 16th fight, I ain't too keen on it, but I think Selecki could be a dangerous opponent, man. 30, he got the same fight, got the same amount of fights as Charlo. He's been in the ring with Andrade and Jacobs, dropped Jacobs. He's a southpaw, so you know what I mean? Shit.
He already got beat by Andrade though, right?
Yeah, Andrade beat him. Yeah. Man, shit, he didn't taste it. He didn't taste the defeat against 2 top guys at his weight division. So,
well, you know what? Just to answer a question, because if Charlo can't beat him, then we already know what Andre could have done to him.
Exactly. And that shit against Montiel just really made me look like, what the fuck is he doing, man? He should have he played with his food. He should have got that guy out of there. That guy came back in those later rounds and actually hurt Jamal. He dotted his eye up. You know what I mean? So, Charlo definitely got to be focusing this shit because this is a dangerous guy he's going against. Regardless if we don't want to see this nigga fight him, still a dangerous competition, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it could be a sneaky fight if Charlo ain't careful.
Well, in the end of the day, I'm gonna say, PBC, you guys improved. That it just shows that you guys have been listening to us as fans. You guys in the chat and watching, please hit the like button. I see y'all in here. Stop reckless eyeballing. Hit this damn like button. Come on, hook us.
Smash the like button.
I know, shit. But yeah, PBC been listening, and that's good. If the fans can invoke them to open their ears, that's what we want. But listen, I cannot. If you're protesting PBC because you tired of the fights they put together. Because that was long before I said I was going to protest them because of the fights they put together, and then got a nerve to try to pay-per-view it, and you're playing with the fans' emotions, And I think the fans was getting tired of it. So a lot of people are not buying no more PBC fights because of that. Number 2, for me, it's the Tim Smith interview. And then you might have some Bud fans that say, well, shit, we ain't gonna buy your fight because we know Spence fans boycott Bud fights. So, I mean, it is what it is. But in PBC, we're not gonna forgive you overnight. And like I said, if you guys agree with us and you agree with me, come on and jump on the train. If not, I respect your decision or whatever, but that's how I feel about it. But they did show up and show out. Thanks, L Dub, because you clued me into the myriad of people who was really on the undercard. Because when I first watched the article, it just had the top guy or maybe the second person. Didn't really go in depth. When I was looking at L Dub channel, I saw April 16th and all these people on the card. I was like, yeah, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, can Miss T be strong that day and not buy the fight? Exactamundo. I sure can. But I want to thank you guys for coming in. Y'all gonna close it out with whatever you guys want to say. Sorry, whoever.
I'm excited about all these good ass fights coming up, man. I can't wait to see them all, so we can talk and enjoy what the hell we see, and I just can't wait, man.
ATL, what you smacking out?
Some peanuts. I'm on the keto diet, so I only can eat peanuts and goddamn meat and vegetables and shit.
Sound like you eating some lips. I'm just
my lip is big, so you know what
I'm saying. Okay. D, what you got on it?
Man, it's always good talking to you, Miss T, you ATL, man. I'm ready. I'm like I said, I'm ready for April 16th. That's the Earl Spence Super Bowl right there, so we definitely gonna see.
That's his hater day.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah. But though, all bullshit aside, I definitely think it's gonna be a great fight, man. I can't wait. So yeah, definitely ready for April 16th. Yeah, man. Great talking to y'all.
Thank y'all for coming in. And you know what? Next week is a good fight too, y'all. March 26th. Do be watching Showtime and everything. And thank you guys for joining. Come back.
Already.
Thank you for joining. And so look, we back. Okay, I see you eating the peanuts. I had to have a vision. I'm like, what are you smacking out? What you smacking?
I've been fucking them up too.
Have you? Yeah, I gotta. You know what? I've kept my promise. I've been good with my allergies, and I have not had to go to the doctor or get on no steroids or whatever. I'm getting it out of my system, and I'm gonna actually start going back into my little gym I built in my garage. We're gonna see how that lasts. Cause I ain't been, look, the arms don't look too muscular, don't look too tight. I gotta tighten. That's I gotta look. I need some muscle. Like the older you get, you see like your muscle go away. Look, I don't like that.
Hey, the keto diet. That should have put you back everywhere you want to be.
Do it.
I did it for a month. I got 2 more months because my sugar level was high, so I was pre-diabetic. So he told me if I do this for 3 months, then my levels will go back to normal. He's a Chinese doctor. So I would have made it through a month.
What do you eat though? What is it that you
eat? Meat, vegetables.
Meat and vegetables on.
No bread. Nothing with sugar in it.
Oh, okay.
Nothing that produce sugar.
My uncle went on a no sugar diet. Like he just cut out, man. And I tell you, talk about weight loss. Man, these peanuts, are you eating peanuts or real nuts? Peanuts? I can't read it like it's cashews.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cashews is a fruit. I found that out later, but I still call it a nut. But somebody told me it was a fruit, and I said, no, it's not. And I looked it up, and it was. And that's one of my favorite nuts.
Last Friday was a month.
That's great. I'm gonna join you then. Can we do this together?
It detox your body.
Mm-hmm.
It clean your brain.
Y'all know.
I used to take stomach medicine. Since I started, I ain't gotta take my stomach medicine no more. Like,
right.
I got more energy.
I believe you.
Stamina. All I drink is water.
I'm gonna bring my show back. I didn't want to keep repeating, and plus I needed to take time off to answer and put together recipes for everybody who did ask me to do it. I do it for a fee. My show is on Sundays at 1300, and I break down about it. Just tell you how it works and everything. I tell you a little bit about me and what I've learned in my journey because of my illnesses. And I have I can say clients now. I have a lot of clients now. You guys have taught me something, because some of them look at this, they just don't chime in. You guys have taught me how to be flexible, because the way I approach things, I said, I try to find out what is your big major medical issue, and I try to fix that with food. And I know once I fix that, it's probably going to fix your weight loss. But everybody who write in, especially the girls, they just want the weight loss. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be flexible, and I've come up with some great weight loss recipes. And I know some, I always answer the question too, ATL. Like, I would never be as thin as I was before. I don't have a thyroid gland, so I'm working at it from you guys. So don't judge by me. I know what I'm talking about, though. So
keto diet.
Keto diet. Yeah, if I can keep the steroids
I lost 8 pounds in a month.
If I can keep the steroids out, I would. But I'm going on this with you as well as do my same thing. Like, that's why I say drink water. Water is the fountain of youth, y'all. Drink that water.
No water, no bread, no starches, no potatoes.
No water?
No water. No French fries, no crackers, no peanut butter, none with sugar in it, no drinks, no fruit. Just eggs, meat, vegetable, cheese, ranch dressing. You can eat bare chicken, meat, steak, pork, if that's what you eat. You know what I'm saying? But and vegetable, that's it. No sugar, no crackers, no nothing that you could think about on the side.
Wow. So yeah, hey, ATL, I'm gonna do it with you. I'm gonna also be doing my own. We can talk about it every day, about the results and everything. I'm gonna try to start working out, y'all. I can't promise nothing.
You ain't even gotta look. This the good thing about it, Miss. I'm telling you. When you do it, when your body switch over, you don't gotta do nothing but eat right, and you'll get right where you want to be. I promise you. This is facts.
Oh yeah, and my program the same way. You don't have to exercise with mine. And that's amazing, because growing up, you always thought it was just everything was based on exercise, but it's not. You don't need exercise to get to the shape that you want. But y'all check me out on Sunday at 1300 every day. I don't want to compete with football. I know football is over. Is March Madness still going on?
I think so, yeah. I think till March over, I think. I don't really watch it.
I don't want to compete with the major sports or anything, so I try not to stay long. Sometimes Miss T got a story or two. Anyway, when y'all know better, you do better. Thanks for joining me, ATL. Y'all remember I come on at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday through Friday, unless a bitch got something else to do. Anyway, when you know better, you do better. Peace out.
Yeah.